In a quiet meadow, a crafty wolf disguised in a shabby sheep's wool coat lurks among a group of innocent sheep, his true nature hidden beneath the guise. This is a tale about appearances and deception, where not everything is as it seems. As the sun sets, casting a golden hue over the meadow, the wolf inches closer to the sheep, skillfully mimicking their movements. Little do the unsuspecting animals know danger is just a heartbeat away. With every passing moment, the wolf's hunger grows, and its heart races with anticipation. The unsuspecting sheep, blissfully munching on grass, remain ignorant of the threat lurking among them. In an instant, the facade shatters as the wolf reveals its true nature, darting towards the panicked flock. The peaceful meadow transforms into a scene of chaos as the sheep flee in desperation. As the chase unfolds, the wolf's instincts take over, driven by primal hunger. The sheep, realizing the imminent danger, huddle closely, their hearts pounding in unison, desperate to escape the predator's bridge. Two goats find themselves at an impasse, each unwilling to back down. Their stubbornness creates a tense standstill as the river rushes beneath them, illustrating how yielding in time could prevent disaster. As one goat cautiously starts to move forward, it lowers its head in a gesture of negotiation, but the other remains steadfast, bracing itself against the bridge. This growing tension highlights the folly of their stubbornness, revealing how a little cooperation could turn disaster into harmony. With determination in their eyes, the goats prepare for a confrontation, both unwilling to give way. The breathtaking sunset serves as a stark reminder that nature can be both beautiful and unforgiving, mirroring the consequences of their stubbornness. In a sudden burst of aggression, one goat charges forward and the bridge shudders under the impact. The clash leads to a chaotic tumble, with one goat plunging into the rushing waters, illustrating how stubbornness can lead to one. In a quiet forest, a bear named Bruno stumbled upon a beehive, its sweet scent making his stomach growl with hunger. But as he approached, the pesky bees began to swarm, igniting a fire of rage within him. In his blind fury, Bruno clawed at the hive, unable to see the chaos he was causing. The once peaceful forest turned into a battleground filled with angry bees and splattered honey. As the bees chased him relentlessly, Bruno realized that his moment of rage had brought him nothing but trouble. He dashed through the trees, a heavy heart, reminding him of the peace he had just lost. Hiding behind a sturdy oak, Bruno's anger melted away into regret as he watched the beehive sway peacefully. He pondered the lesson learned that hasty actions often lead to a burdened heart. With newfound wisdom, Bruno approached the hive with gentleness, realizing that patience would yield what he truly desired. No longer consumed by anger, he admired the bees' hard work rather than threatened them. In an ancient forest filled with towering trees and vibrant flowers, a clever crow looked down from its perch as a slithering snake moved stealthily through the underbrush. The crow knew that while the snake possessed immense strength, its cunning mind would be the key to outsmarting the predator. As the crow cawed loudly, it used its intelligence to create a diversion, drawing the snake's attention away from its true intentions. The snake, momentarily bewildered by the sudden ruckus, hesitated, realizing that the tables may be turning. With a swift and agile movement, the crow swooped down to snatch a morsel of food lying tantalizingly close to the snake. Frustration grew within the snake as it realized that brute strength could not outmatch the quick wit and strategy of its feathered opponent. Soaring high above the crow reveled in its cleverness, casting a shadow over the bewildered snake, a reminder that wit had triumphed over strength. Below, the snake, still plotting its next move, could only watch as the crow danced freely in the sky, proving that intelligence could indeed navigate through challenges. Where the sun blazed fiercely above, a curious camel wandered aimlessly, unaware of the crafty jackal watching from the shadows. The jackal, with a cunning grin, approached the camel and cleverly pointed towards a shimmering oasis in the distance, claiming it was filled with delicious water and lush grass. The camel hesitated, its large brown eyes narrowing in skepticism, weighing the jackal's enticing words against its own instincts. As the jackal animatedly described the wonders of the oasis, the camel's expression shifted from curiosity to doubt, sensing that not everything was as it seemed. Feeling an instinctive caution, the camel took a step back, sensing something off about the jackal's overly eager demeanor as it tried to persuade him further. Frustrated by the camel's refusal to believe him, the jackal threw its paws in the air, yet the camel remained resolute, shaking its head in defiance. Choosing to trust its instincts, the camel turned and began to walk away, leaving the disappointed jackal behind, who could only watch as his clever scheme. A donkey stumbles upon a discarded lion's skin and gets an idea. Wearing the skin, he believes he can gain the respect of all the other animals around him. As the donkey parades through the meadow, the other animals glance at him with a mix of astonishment and doubt, intrigued by the sight of what seems to be a lion among them. When the donkey tries to imitate a lion's roar, what escapes him is nothing more than a humorous bray shattering the illusion and leaving the onlookers in shock. As laughter fills the air, the donkey realizes that no disguise can change who he truly is, and feeling embarrassed, he slowly retreats from the scene. With a heavy heart and a valuable lesson learned, the donkey leaves the laughter behind, heading toward a quiet pasture where he can embrace his true self. In the comfort of the pasture, the donkey finds acceptance among his peers, realizing that true worth comes from being oneself, rather than pretending to be someone else. Filled with joy, the donkey plays freely with his friends, discovering that genuine connections thrive when one is authentic. Leading to a little barn, there was a dog who lay comfortably atop a pile of hay, grumbling as he watched other animals enjoy the food he had no interest in. As the goats happily devoured the grain, the dog could not help but feel a twinge of jealousy, thinking to himself that if he couldn't have the food, no one else should enjoy it either. With frustration building, the dog stood up and barked fiercely, trying to scare the goats away, believing that if he could not enjoy the food, no one should. The goats exchanged puzzled looks and cautiously backed away, leaving the grain untouched as the dog's growls echoed through the barn. Satisfied for a moment, the dog settled back down, feeling a strange sense of pride, even as he realized he was now alone in his victory. As he looked through the barn door, the dog watched the goats frolicking in the sunlight, their laughter and joy highlighting the emptiness of his own heart. Realizing the folly of his actions, the dog took a hesitant step toward the open door, yearning to join the carefree meadow lived an industrious ant who spent her days gathering food for the winter, while a carefree grasshopper played his fiddle, singing without a worry in the world. Little did they know the changing seasons would soon reveal the consequences of their choices. As winter descended, the ant sat comfortably in her warm nest, enjoying the fruits of her labor, while the grasshopper found himself cold and hungry, regretting his disregard for the future. Desperate for food, the grasshopper approached the ant's door, seeking assistance, while the ant, secure in her preparations, pondered the value of hard work and foresight. The ant explained to the grasshopper that hard work and planning for the future are crucial, as she shared her supplies with him, but emphasized the lessons learned during the cold months. With newfound understanding, the grasshopper expressed gratitude, and together they worked side by side as the seasons changed, learning the value of teamwork and preparation. The ant patiently guided the grasshopper in gathering food, sharing her knowledge, and creating a bond as they both enjoyed the bountiful rewards of their hard work during the warm days ahead.